Fill some hard drives. Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents Flotsam and Jetsam, Chapter 1, Session 2. How is everyone doing on this fine Tuesday? Let me unmute your mics, get us back to the levels we were before. Mark.
Go ahead, Mark.
Hello.
What you doing here, bud?
Well, I should not be here on a normal night. However, at work, we're having a bit of an issue with feeds, so we're down to basically busy work. And tomorrow, I expect to be watching a lot of training films that I need to catch up on. So I could be tired as fuck, and it doesn't matter.
And I think Mark got jealous when Adam and Marty started talking about Pirate Ninja campaign.
You're goddamn right I did. Listen, stream. Okay, here's what happened. Marty promised us, we're going to do a neutral. This was after Legends. We're going to do a neutrals campaign. It's going to be pirates. I'm like, yes. I mean, I had like 5 fucking characters ready to go. I didn't know which I was going to play. And then all of a sudden, nah. Let's not.
The kicker here was the guy who was like lukewarm at best on the Pirates campaign
is running it.
The dissenting voice is Adam.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that campaign turned into Grimstone, right?
And then to find out that this is the campaign you want to play without me.
Sorry, Mark. I was just getting annoyed because, life happens, but I'm like, it's like we're down to like playing game once every 2 weeks. I'm like, no, we got to figure out some method of, we have a campaign for every configuration.
I don't blame you for that.
Yeah.
Just the campaign you chose.
Well, we chose this one because Adam's been waxing poetic about, One Piece anime, and while it's not my style, when Adam regurgitates, when Adam filters out the overly anime part, and it's like that's someone's D&D campaign. You should run it.
when they're like, they literally sail to the clouds to deal with angels and a false god, and it's like you're not telling me this is D&D.
Yeah,
or this is D&D.
Yeah. I will never watch the show. There's too much of it, and I couldn't get 15 minutes into the live action. I'm like, this isn't for me. I just couldn't.
The live action is pretty good.
You're supposed to make me care about the characters, and in the first 10 minutes, all I could think of was like, no, I can't.
No, not again. Not like this. Not like this.
I was probably not in the right mood, but I just dumped I did some prep for that campaign too, so I just dumped it all onto Adam and went, I don't remember this. I did this like 5 years ago. Here you go. Yeah, so it's good. And then for us, we've done Black Dog and a few of these other characters before. Offline games, and I've always wanted to revisit them with our latest rule set. So I'm super excited about Black Dog and Zorig Sun Wu.
Yeah, Black Dog and Genzorig was 3.5.
Yep.
And that was the original
3.5
test.
Showlong Forgotten Realms.
They were they started off in person, and then they were the first test campaign when Marty was on an internship out west.
Yep.
Because we started it in the apartment.
The early version of Map Tools was the...
Do you know what the early version of Map Tools was? I was screen sharing Photoshop. It was so long because I tried to do like here's the team app, and it was like, no, that didn't work. So then I was also I want to go here, and you would do a screen share, and you could move the mouse on my computer. Right. That's how it was remote desktoping into a Photoshop session on my machine.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know if you realize the tech behind it at that point.
No, the early days, it was a lot of experimentation to get it right.
At the very end of that session, we started Map Tools, and that's where I was learning to draw maps in Map Tools. I remember.
Yeah, we're all spoiled now.
Yes. Now it's like, wait a second, you just take a picture, you throw that shit in there, you throw some doodles in the side. Fucking
There
awesome.
are some next gen tables that are. I'm gonna have to start playing with them again. Maybe this late this spring, because there are some out there. Ahmed's done some drawing in a few, but we should experiment a little bit.
Well, if the main problem that we were having before was latency on interaction with a bunch of web services.
Yep.
Anything that's not a web service is probably going to function much better.
There's also, yeah, it's beautiful, but it took us 10 times long to prepare. Is not acceptable.
That's not
right.
cool.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
No.
Anyways, why don't we do a recap of what happened last game? Driftwood. The Akunian warrior priest Genzorig awakens in chains aboard a ship called Wormwood. He is a captive of a pirate crew, along with a Venaran named Sun Wu and a fox named Gotano. Seasick, starving, and half-drunk, Genzorig recalls recent events in a haze of hallucination. An orcish attack on his home village, a great sandstorm sent by Akadi, the appearance of an outlander warrior, Karen, and tracking orc raiders across the plains to their mesa top lair in search for his missing father. I think that's pretty much what we did. It was a cool session.
Hey,
Hey,
we like cool sessions.
yep.
All right.
I also
So-
posted on the Discord the Genzorig oral history from his grandfather or his great grandfather. Yeah, that's awesome. So that's on Discord if you want to have a look. It's probably in the Flotsam Jetsam channel.
All right. Genzorig, you've just slaughtered these orcs atop this hill. You spied at a camp with more orcs. A horn was blown before you're able to finish them off. You descended quickly by leaping off and using your magics to guide yourself down.
Can you force us to the map?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Black screen right now. There we go. Yeah, we jumped off the cliff with the Featherfall spells.
Okay. What is your plan?
Mounts his horse, and then we're gonna go over to. I assume everyone's gonna come running over here, so we're gonna go running to this side of the mesa or rock formation. Hide the horse and climb up on this side, and we're hoping to then basically attack the group that no doubt that hopefully congregates where all the dead orcs are.
All right. Now, Sun Wu. A man who is not to be trifled with is coming down the stairs, and Genzorig is waxing on about surrounding the mesa. And doesn't notice a very large, aggressive man.
Mr. Potts was I wrote down some names. He's the first mate.
He's the first mate.
Ooh.
He's an aggressive man.
Apparently, they feed him well.
He has triple share of the food.
Says the pot to the kettle, I guess, but still.
Sun Wu flicks a little bit of his meal into Ganzorig's face to shut him up. Ganzorig's kind of telling the story, but he's also sort of a little bit drunk and muttering to himself, so the story isn't quite coherent for everyone else. Sun Wu's been picking up little bits and pieces. I think Gotano's awake because Sun Wu's already flicked a bit of the meal at you to wake you up.
Okay, well, in this form, he can basically yip. So.
Yeah.
How's our new recruits?
Oh, he's a little hungry.
I hear the big guy's a problem. A boot comes and sort of lashes out at Genzorig's legs.
Okay. He falls down, I guess, or
Oh, he's like, I was assuming he was sitting. He just sort of kicks out.
oh yeah, he's not standing
just-
at this point in time. Oh, oh. You're not an
Still-
orc. He's staring right at his belly.
No, I'm not.
Looks like you eat like one.
I eat good.
Oh,
Do good work, you get fed well. Them's the rules.
What sort of work do you guys do around here? Aside from yucking it up? He just nods over to the rest of the yahoos. I thought I was in the middle of a circus.
We got ourselves a comedian here.
No, an
Scourger.
An Acunian. Give me a bow and I'll show you good work.
Gensor gets whipped for the next 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay. Oh, they don't like smart talk.
The fox kind of turns, it tries to cover its eyes with its tail.
Yeah,
Doesn't wanna
Sunwoo's wincing with each of the lashes. You just get defiance from Ganzorg.
He kicks the chest. You wake in there. Freedom. Yeah. When your friend Spartans up, you might get fed. Kicks it again. Fuck you.
Ganzorg leans against the chest. I'm out here taking your whooping for you.
Oh, sorry about that.
Picking him up so far is not looking like the best idea. I'm just saying, I watched last game. I know how that went. With the rock throwing.
Okay. Mr. Potts.
Sunwoo just flinches and looks down like he's not. Sunwoo is not acting defiant. Does he pause near Sunwoo?
He's pausing and he's looking at Sunwoo.
Okay, well, Sunwoo glances, but not in a threatening way. He's got his hands clasped politely in front of himself. His tail is definitely like tucked in, like doesn't want to provide any extremity.
Anything he stepped on or whatever.
Right.
He nods. He gives you an approving nod for your meekness and sort of this is what he likes.
Okay, Sunwoo is no stranger to the meekness. His former master was very strict.
Okay.
He doesn't like it, but
he motions towards Gotano's cage. Scourger picks up Gotano's cage.
oh,
There's some.
yeah. Do they know what he is?
You suspect they do.
Sunwoo makes like a little ooh sound, but doesn't like protest. But you could tell that he's curious about what's going to happen to Gotano.
Okay.
He watches Gotano leave.
This Grok. Maybe he prefers Fox. They take Gotano upstairs. Gotano, you see the main deck? You go up through a quarters of midships.
Okay.
From here, you are taken to a back room. Oops, sorry. No, it's up at the top deck to a back room. Here, I will tool center players on current view. And here you see a woman with extremely pale skin, deep makeup, very colorful robes. She does not talk much. You know that you've never seen her talk. You've seen her once or twice before. She's always with this dread pirate Harrigan, who commands this vessel.
Okay.
And you are plunked down on a desk.
And I've got little shackles on, or no, I was in a cage.
You're in a cage and you have little shackles on. The
Oh.
shackles are the size of the little.
So if I transform, my hands cut off. So, okay.
No, they put them on you as you actually had them put on you as a medium-sized creature, and you transformed before you got captured.
All right.
The shackles.
I'm not risking the cage, though.
The cage. Additionally, you do know that the cuffs, the shackles are magical, because how you ended up getting into the cage was they said get in the cage, and you're like, it's a great idea to get in the cage. Why wouldn't I get in the cage? This is amazing. And you got in the cage.
Okay. Okie doke.
All right. Gotano, you spend some quality time with Huachi. She looks at you, and you can hear her voice in your mind. And she has many, many questions. Questions about the accident. Questions about who paid you. Questions about magics that you don't fully understand. Are you a spellcaster at all? I haven't actually looked at your sheet in terms of what they do. I've looked at what he did, not what he does.
He is both a sorcerer and an oracle.
Perfect. Give me a spellcraft and a knowledge arcane.
He's not that kind of spellcaster.
Oh, he's the charisma caster.
He's the charisma caster.
He's a pretty fox.
He knows magic. He doesn't know magic.
Does your guy not even have a rank in spellcraft?
I am short on skill points.
He's trying to be a rogue, but he's not a rogue class.
That's kind of, yes, also part of the problem. There's certain things. Okay.
That's hilarious.
Knowledge arcane. Oh no, it didn't. I meant to put a rank in there, but
You have knowledge planes.
Adam.
Okay.
Stop asking my character to be smart. That's not gonna happen.
Okay. Her thoughts are very disappointed in you. She does have an appreciation for your magical ability.
Okay.
She's not certain you would make a good cloak, although maybe you could make a very enchanted cloak. Although she's not certain which is your natural form if you were to be made into a cloak.
Psst, nah, I'm ugly. No, I don't want that. Nah. That not the fault. No, no.
Wait, is that Gotano's accent?
That's. There you go.
We're going to need some time with that before we can replicate.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I've been watching Swamp People, so I might be able to gauge it.
You're saying I have to add swamp people to my list of things?
It's just been on in the background.
There's a dude on the first season. His accent is just. It's very, very thick. Once you start to get with the hang of what he says, it's just amazing. Like you want him to talk all the time. Oh, then out there in the swamp, then it's like, oh my god.
All right, now you.
And for those who are used to a little bit of French, every once in a while there's a bit of French that squeaks in there.
A couple of French words.
Yep.
Oh, you really don't have any knowledges whatsoever. All right. Okay. Sunwoo.
He is the equivalent of a trust fund baby, but instead of money, he got magic and doesn't know what to do with it.
Sunwoo, you had a very difficult life. Not in terms of like physical hardship, but more in emotional hardship. You know that like you've only ever known being like groomed as a familiar, but that's not like the right word. It's not apprentice, because apprentice suggests that you would be a master at some point. Right? That's the whole point of a master-apprentice relationship, is that at some point you become a master.
A forever apprentice.
A forever apprentice.
I'll be right back.
It would be the equivalent of like a eunuch in a king's court, right? There's no. It's easy to give them power and have them advance because they can never actually take any real power, in terms of social status. You do know that your original master / forever apprentice was in a land called Dongjin. You know that it was in the Jade Kingdom, and it was a long road. Give me a sense motive, as you do know that you changed hands at a moderately young age. We're talking like 8, 10.
Sense motives. People are truthful, aren't they?
Do we have well-rounded characters? Let's find out.
See, I could have done the sense motive. That's right. No.
See, I could have done the knowledge check, so...
We're doing this all backwards.
14.
14? Your master went to tea with one of his clients, and then you became his forever apprentice.
And Paparna Phet?
Paparna Phet, yeah.
Okay.
And here, let me grab his token. As we'll move to conversation layer.
And I didn't quite catch the spelling of the original master.
Oh, the original master was in a land called Dongjin. He was the fire sage of that region, and I can give you a more in. It'd be like Hua Sinsheng would be the.
I know that you can spell all of these names, but you're gonna have to get into the habit of copy and paste it into somewhere.
Yes.
As a person who is mildly conversational Chinese, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So your master. That was his name.
Yep. Didn't spell that one.
And this is the city in the Jade Empire.
Fire Sage.
Now you're just being a dick.
I missed an H for Dongjin.
All right. At some point that you were traded. You were gifted. You know that Paparna Phet was slightly smug about it. You were received by Paparna Phet, a traveling Joknamish alchemist, from the wizard, effectively, that you were training under before. A master of fire. Your previous master did teach you certain tricks about how to make things go really boom. That was his particular expertise. Give me a craft, alchemy, or knowledge arcana check.
Oh, the alchemy check's higher. 26.
Okay, you learned from your first master well. You can add 1 to your damage with fire bombs or alchemist fire.
Ooh, that's sweet. I'm gonna add that to bonus trait. So any fire-related alchemy?
Any fire-related alchemy. Whether it's like the normal alchemy or like your super bombs.
Plus 1 damage with fire bombs and That's awesome.
Paparna Phet is he's stern, but not as stern as Hua Xiansheng. He's not as, it's like Hua Xiansheng was stern but fair, and you don't get that same sense from Paparna Phet. You find he's a little bit more unscrupulous, or he doesn't quite behave in such a way as you find pleasant, I guess. What is your alignment again?
Chaotic and good.
Yeah, he tends to do things that are. He does good in business dealings. You don't think he always does business fairly.
Okay. Sun Wu, I think, understands that apprentices normally would go into debt to their masters a little bit, or there would be a payment that'd be made from the family to a master in order to train them. So Sun Wu's been keeping track of services rendered. Once he didn't like Paparna Phet, he's been quietly keeping track of, at the back of his book, just little tick marks, like just innocuous numbers of how long before, like, has he paid basically his debt to Paparna Phet. I don't know whether he has or not, but he's been trying to piece together when it'd be okay to leave.
Give me your diplomacy as well as a sense motive.
No and no. I need
some
You could have done both of those. You're doing it wrong.
Sun Wu's charisma is 10 and his wisdom is 10. So diplomacy 11 and sense motive 11.
Okay.
Why don't you just attack her strength scores next?
Right.
You've been a very
Sun Wu's
bad
at a
apprentice.
12 because he wanted a composite bow. Like, he's got a little bit of pull to his bow.
You haven't been a very good apprentice. You keep making mistakes. Things are often your fault. And you're certain that despite your best efforts in rendering services, that your debt has only gone up. Just crept up. You just can't get it to, you can't seem to do things right.
Does this guy have a tower, or do we live in this wagon? What's going on here?
He does have a small like little plantation type thing where people work,
Okay.
similar to you, where they work, gathering particular rare ingredients. You know that in Joknam there's a bunch of very lots of farming of tropical type plants and things that are hard to grow in other regions. But for the most part, Paparna Phet lives out of this wagon. You know this wagon has an extra-dimensional space inside. It is basically like a magnificent mansion on wheels.
Okay. Sun Wu escapes from some of these hardships by trying to cobble together a makeshift telescope. He's curious about the moon and the stars, especially with rumors of the moon going bad. Now, this may have happened well before his time, but I don't know if the master has a spyglass. If so, it gets swiped a lot. You're muted. You are muted.
I've failed in using my mute button. Give me a dexterity check.
I've got sleight of hand.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, this is what Sun Wu can do.
You monkey.
25.
Okay,
He also has a climb speed, so I imagine the strict master wants him walking on the ground like a man, but anytime he gets to climb, like, he doesn't climb stairs properly when he's not watched. Like, he'll use the banisters and, like, just kind of climb up the middle of the stairwell. He'll always climb onto the top of the wagon and sort of hide and stare up at the stars up there. He's also got a plus 13 stealth.
Cool.
20
All
foot
right,
climb speed.
So you've been able to successfully get into this pattern of yoinking the master's spyglass that he uses to, survey for no good nicks. You also do know that Paparna Phet is a very capable man.
Mm-hmm.
He is a decent alchemist. He can definitely blow things up when the time arises.
Okay.
All right. You have been traveling with this man for the last couple of years. You are in Joknam. You are going to one of the major trade cities. You've been here before. It's a beautiful place. It's called Lang Hua. I will drop this in chat. It is a major trade city known for its dyes, its art, and its magic. It also is on the coast and makes it effectively a river city. So I'm going to cut.
So Sun Wu is originally from the Jade Kingdom.
Yes.
And then he... Okay. Homeland Jade Kingdom?
Question mark. You think you're from
and
the...
then,
like.
And then, yeah, currently in Joknam. All right.
All right. The boat lets you off in the Temple District, where you are off to do business. And I will map tool center players to force to current map, center players in current view.
Ooh, pretty.
Okay, this is where a boat dumped you off into the more wealthy area of town. It's probably not quite to scale. I think there's depth to this thing. I will move this off to the side. It is a particularly wonderful spring here. The cherry trees in this place are like world renowned, and it's known for these pink blossoms that occur within this place. It's considered holy ground, touched by the gods, and blessed in many ways.
Okay, Sun Wu has been swiping handfuls of the cherry blossom petals whenever he's not being watched.
Okay, give me either a sleight of hand or a stealth. You make your choice.
Let's use stealth. 16. Let's get a racial bonus on that one.
16. Okay. You've been able to collect 16 gold pieces worth of alchemical components.
Nice. Almost enough for a potion.
Right. It was for a second I forgot which I was like the other game where it's like, oh, that's 1,600 gold pieces worth of. All right. So you've made your way here. Give me a perception check.
I don't have them automated in the bot form, but just all of our.
Once we bring the crew together, once the A-team assembles, it'll be time for that.
Yep. 9. No, Sun
9.
Someone's distracted by cherry trees blossoms.
Okay. The one thing you know is Paparna Phet is a little bit anxious, and you are carrying special cargo. You know that he's a little bit anxious. That's why you've been able to catch so many leaves or so many petals, because he's just not paying attention to you. He's much more concerned about something else. And your friend the yak is dutifully doing his job pulling the cart.
Yeah, Sun Wu doesn't have any skills to pilot yaks.
He's just the yak. He doesn't kick you.
Yeah.
Gotano.
Yes.
You felt this urge to sort of explain yourself, and you start talking about some of the things you've done. But not talking about it doesn't count as talking. You're just thinking about it. You're just thinking. What's the harm in thinking a thought? There might have been a will save involved, and I might have rolled it for you.
Fair enough.
The charmer gets charmed.
I know this chick. You're sneaky.
Sneaky lady. Yeah, it's okay. So I am going to go to the Harbor District. Gotano, you grew up near this region.
You need to force us there.
I am doing that. I'm doing this. Map. Tool. Fourth player's current map. Center player's a current view. You grew up in this.
What? No cherry blossoms? Fair enough.
It's the poorer part of town.
Yep.
You are currently with friends of yours, Pinky and Koba, also known as Court. They're members. You're members of their thieves guild, or they're members of your thieves guild. Or you're trying to get this off the ground. You were too big for your britches, I guess would be the right way to put it, in your small little farming community full of kitsune.
Okay.
Right? It was a. You have, like, if you were to say, like, how many siblings do you have? The answer is like a massive family of, it'd be like 39 relatives within the first 2 generations, sort of thing.
Okay.
There's an entire village where basically you're all related in some way or another. It's also extraordinarily boring.
Sounds like the dating pool is a little shallow there.
Things are arranged. But yes, it's a very, we'll say, tight-knit kitsune community.
Okay.
You've been at the big city here in Lang Hua. It's not the capital of Joknam, but it's a good-sized city. It's a place where you can make some money. And it's where they've got all these wealthy priests and mages that their pockets are just so heavy. So heavy.
I'm doing them a favor.
These little sacks, they're just full of stuff, and it's just so much.
All that weight's just gonna hurt their backs.
What is the name of this pirate? Or pirate's not the right word. This entrepreneurial group of individuals.
We're like we thought of something scary, like we're the the Blue Mantis gang.
Blue Mantis. All right. So this is the Blue Mantis. Gotano's Blue Mantis. All right. So
it's scary with the weird hands.
Yeah, sure. Pinky has an odd look about him. He's definitely got some of that imperial blood you're used to, people from across the sea.
Mm-hmm.
But he's mixed with. He's really akin to a rat. Some people confuse him with an Izumi, although he's obviously way bigger than an Izumi. Like he's a full-size man, but he turns into a rat.
Okay.
Oh. We did all right on the last job. Yeah, you're coming back from a. I don't know how you spin it to yourself, but it's basically like a break and enter of someone who was rude. Like there was a merchant who makes noodles that you were not terribly pleased with. They kicked you out for like loitering, and you went back and stole some petty crime.
We achieved compensation for the defamation done to our character.
Whatever you say. You know that Koba is not from this region. He doesn't necessarily get along well with many. You are on the way to the Kenku's Kenku's Cross. which is this restaurant in the middle of the harbor. You do know that there's a bird who runs the place, a raven man who slings drinks, and it's where relatively shady dealings happen from time to time. There, you're planning on meeting the others of the blue mantis or the purple mantis. They keep fighting over colors and over, what is the right.
There's a mantis gang war going on over the colors.
All right. There's a new face in the group as you approach. Someone greets you and lets you in. You're known here. Somebody yells at you about your tab, which is past due.
Next week, I promise. Next week.
I hear that every week, you little bastard. The guy who's shit talking you is a foot shorter than you. Okay.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay, you make your way off to a table at the end. You see the rest of your gang members. The latest member of your gang is this man Gepper. Avanari met Gepper about a month prior. He had some good leads on some decent coin, and he's excited because he knows that there's something that is going to bring you to the big leagues.
Big leads means big money. Let's get in.
Additionally, Bogosh the Bastard is a very large, very capable-looking frog man.
Oh,
He can blast things with his mind, his force of will. He says he gets really hungry, and he focuses his hunger at things, and they go boom.
It's quite the appetite. Okay. Is he one of those frogmen who eats people, or is he?
No, he's not a cannibalistic frogman.
Okay, I'm just checking.
The happy, fun, bright, and rainbows frogman.
Okay. Just checking.
No, he is a vegetarian frogman.
Understood. Okay.
Did you get anything? Says Ava.
What do you mean? Did I get anything?
Oh, you were going out there for stuff. What did you get? Huh? Come on. You said you had a big lead. Let's see the score.
Did I get anything?
Give me your sleight of hand. Give me your best thief-like roll check.
I've
the best thiefiness. Whatever your best thiefy skill or ability is.
All right. Well, it would be disabled device.
Okay, so you broke it. You broke into his cash box.
All right. Do I get to add my tools bonus?
You could use your tools bonus. If you have a spell to do it good, you could add that too.
I don't. It's third level. 26.
26. You got 26 gold pieces.
Oh. Okay, it's gonna be. Yeah, I got some. I did pretty damn. Yeah, I got 12 gold pieces. I didn't think I'd forget your cut, did you? No.
Nobody gives you a funny look. A pinky just nods. Yeah, 12.
I guess I'll make a bluff check. 26. Wow.
What a waste of time. This fucking sucks. She flips a bowl of soup that she's been drinking, she flips it onto the floor.
Okay,
bunch of bullshit.
Well, clearly,
this is bullshit.
Well, that is bullshit. You clearly have more money than the rest of us. You're just flipping your food around.
It's too salty anyway. It's too salty, Birdman. What is this shit?
Don't say that.
Calm down. The frog starts picks up the bowl. His tongue is sort of going down and kind of sopping up the soup.
You gotta calm down. I heard he stabs people who laugh at his food.
I'll do worse than that. You keep it clean in here.
Hey, no one meant nothing. No one meant nothing. Nothing. It's easy.
What color of mantis are you this week?
We're
Chilling.
going with blue. Second vote was indigo, which is like a blue, but we don't think we're quite there yet. That's more of a royal blue. Next week.
I need to watch The Waterboy to prep for this accent because it's Waterboy's uncle. It's in that Bayou, Louisiana. I got lying on. You're done doing kid stuff and playing around. I got a line on some real coin. Easy job. Few skulls need it's just a soften. Nothing cracked, just soften.
Well, I tell you what, I can slow down all the many jobs I got going right now, and maybe help you with yours.
I've already got it figured out. I've already talked to the buyer. We just need to get it.
Oh.
Just need to get it.
What are we getting?
A gem. This big. It's like the size of a grapefruit. It's small, so it's like this big.
Oh, Petey, you ain't gonna be able to hoop that one, are you?
Pinky is nope. We ain't hooping nothing. He is hooped in the past. You've also hooped in the past, as in you've smuggled things effectively.
Bandit spell pouch.
Yeah. So, I'm assuming you're interested in 2,000 each. Each. Even the dumb one. He's waving in the pinky bagosh direction. Even the simpletons. Real coin. And then you made 12.
All right, I think we can do this as an introductory rate for our services. Yeah. It's a special one-time offer for unique skills available to you. Yes. Yes. Clown.
We just need to nick the old lady's experiment. It'll be easy.
What kind of experiment?
The experimental kind. Just grab the orb. We bring it back to the fellas. We get paid. And you get to be the gold mantis for all the fuck I care. Easy.
I don't know if you want to
know how much we could get with 2,000. We could get all sorts of things with 2,000. We could get magic weapons. Or a magic ring, magic armor. A bag that we could... The purse with the thing where you put more in than it could...
Oh, yeah, I always wanted one of those. I hate heavy things.
Pinky, it'd be way better than hooping.
Heavy. Yeah, okay, 2,000 each. Just to so we're clear, each.
Yeah. You can trust me. All right, we're going back over to Madam Waterlilies. Sun Wu. Let me grab your token.
Still loading.
Here. Temple District. Grab your tokens. Copy. Waterlilies.
Is that for Mark Fox?
No, thank you very much. Thank you. It makes sense. Foxfire helping his fellow fox out, of course.
Yeah, I sense. I sense a pandering here.
Not like I named him Foxfire. That could be his nickname, though.
To be clear, the only person at the table I've called BS on for that is Ahmed, where he's like, "I don't have any hero." It's like, shut up, Ahmed. You can't spend it now anyway.
Oh yeah, feel my pain.
All right.
It's marked down. Mark, you've got
cool.
1 hero point.
Cool. Did it load in?
Yep.
Perfect. All right.
Let's play Birdie.
Sunwoo, you're going to a place called Madame Waterlilies, or Fuyin Mai, is her formal wizardy name. Cloco being Madame Waterlily. She makes some of the greatest and deepest colors and dyes in the known world.
These are awesome pictures, by the way.
Yep.
You know that she is a highly magical person. Do you have knowledge arcana?
Sunwoo does. He knows about magic. You want to roll?
Yes, please.
Oh, he's distracted.
There's pretty flowers, and look at this temple. Oh my gosh, there's a thing, and you get to this sign, and this sign is actually talking about business rate in hours, and it's in 3 languages. It's when we're open for business, when we're not, and goods and services that are available.
Here are the list of languages that Sunwoo speaks.
All of them?
No, there's a few. He's got Jade Tongue, Iron Tongue.
It's in Joknamese. It's in Lingua Flotsam. It's in Iron Tongue. It's in Jade Tongue. And then in the bottom, there's also Draconic.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm missing one language. I'm going to add Orcish to that list. Oh! Expensive?
Yes.
Okay.
Be on your best behavior, Sunwoo. I will not tolerate mistakes. This is an important deal for us.
Sunwoo bobs and nods and holds onto the back of the wagon. Is checking everything out.
Remember, walk like a proper man. 2 feet on the floor, arms at your side, and keep that blasted tail tucked away.
Okay, Sunwoo's heard that.
This is 1,001th time.
Yeah, 1,001th time. He just nods absent-mindedly, getting a full look into all of this. He's probably not been to a place that looks like this before.
You've been to places that are of similar styling, but nowhere near as opulent and nowhere near as magnificent. This is as picturesque as one would think be possible. There are some guards that are dressed for the weather. They have somewhat ornate looking attire. They don't wear a lot of armor. They are oozing with masculine energy would be the phrase. They all count their carbs and go to the gym. Excuse me, sir. Are you Master Tanasug? Yes, this is I. You are expected. You're let through the first gate, which actually leads to
Sunwoo waves to the guards.
which leads up a path to a second gate and a second set of guards. They check your ID again, which leads to a third gate.
He waves to these guards.
All right. Here's where the wagon gets kept, right at the entrance to the house. You're asked to make your way in, and you are granted audience with Fuying Mai. Paparna Phet Tanasug tells Sunwoo to pick up a It's a bronze cage with a leather tarp over it.
Okay.
It's about the size of a basketball. It's relatively heavy.
Sunwoo's got a 12 strength, so...
Okay, Sunwoo's in medium load from this.
Okay.
Like
Sunwoo's also going to, when the master's not looking, get a peek if he hasn't already gotten a peek at what's inside.
Okay. Yes, there is something inside.
His tail is also prehensile, so it could hold and do things.
Okay. You are carrying to Madame Waterlily's some weird eyeball that looks at you from within this cage.
It's like floating?
It's not floating. It is like sitting on the bottom of the cage. You open the thing, and the iris adjusts for the light.
Ooh. he makes a little ooh, and then the tail pulls the drape back down.
Be a stealth check?
Yeah. 19.
Okay, give me a fortitude save.
Uh-oh. Wizards.
This is a super wizard.
Not 20, 25.
Not 20? Whoo! Whoo-wee! So you poked a peek at it. You were able to not get seen by Paparna Phet. And you are led up to...
Do I have an understanding what the fort save was?
Not it would be a... Actually, you have all the knowledges. Give me knowledge planes.
12.
It messed with your eyes for a second.
The tail is like...
What are your
rubbing
senses?
his eyes. Low light vision, I think.
Low light vision?
Yeah.
Okay. It messed with your eyes for a moment. Like your eyes went funny.
Oh, very nice. Okay, he's carrying it.
Careful with that. This is no time for monkeying around.
Really?
This would be the 501st time you've heard that. Okay. Okay, you're led to a beautiful looking tea room.
Sunwoo mutters something about you're just a hairless monkey.
You're led to a beautiful looking tea room where Fuyung Mai and Paparna Phet begin discussing business. She is an imposing woman, very stately, very well adorned.
Sunwoo puts the box down and then sits there and he fidgets with his tail. Like when he tucks the tail away, it's actually him holding on to the end of it because the tail's got a mind of its own.
I put the cane way far away from me, otherwise I'm just over here milking the cane all day. That's what I've noticed. I do old man fiddle with the cane.
Yeah, he just holds on to his tail. He waves at her and then like.
I assume you had safe travels. Of course, madam. And you were able to collect what I requested, of course. This will help me with my studies. It is so interesting, the changes that have come. The moon, in all of its glory, has become weaker and weaker. I wonder how much of the fabric of magic is missing.
Sun was paying very close attention to her words.
You are certain it's in good shape? It is in excellent shape, ma'am. I got it from the most reputable dealer. Sunwoo doesn't think it was necessarily the most reputable dealer. Now that you're thinking, oh, when did we get the weird, like, leather-covered brass thing thrown in the back of the wagon? Oh, it was from that shifty guy who smelt like seaweed?
Oh, yes. The seaweed smelling man, yes.
Quiet.
We got it from Shifty Pete's Mobile Market.
Supplied by his cousin Shivy.
All right. this conversation goes on a little bit. There's some haggling over price. It's done in a very obfuscatory way. It's over a long period, several cups of tea, several pots, like boiled pots during the time, where they're discussing things as in they're talking about like the seasons and the weather, but it's all double speak. Sunwoo, you're not a very sense motive-y guy.
Nope. He's a linguist, though.
Give me a linguistics check.
26.
Okay, they're speaking in code amongst themselves, and they are negotiating a time.
Okay, if there's a break in the negotiation, Sunwoo asks, "Time for what, Master?"
Give me a diplomacy check.
12.
Silence, monkey.
There will be time enough to explain later, as opposed to time to shut your face.
Yeah. That's fine. You'll continue listening. Sunwoo likes this mode of conversation. It feels like
it's intriguing.
it feels like a puzzle.
Okay. You know that they've come to the discernment that it will take 72 hours to take full effect. And then give me another linguistics check.
Not 20, 30.
Perfect. Give me a knowledge planes.
Not 20, 29.
Okay.
Tell me your secrets.
So explicitly, they think it'll take 72 hours, and they're very concerned about the phase of the moon, and they think at that specific time they will be able to finish the experiment that they're working on. You know that what they're working on has something to do with shadow, but it's also something to do with the moon.
Ooh. Okay, Sunwoo heard the rumors that something's wrong with the moon. He never really thought until this moment to consider phases of the moon. He's excited. Hence the
After a agreement on this bit of conversation, as it is agreed. Yes. We will be staying here for 3 to 5 days, Sunwoo. There's an experiment that needs to be run, and it will need to be monitored 24 hours a day. Looking at you into 24 hours. Is that understood?
Not unreasonable at all.
Sunwoo half nods to that, thinking about something completely different.
Don't let this be like that time in the Mandarin orchards. No explosions. Listen to me. Eyes here. No explosions. None.
What is the experiment, Master? I don't think you've apprised me of this.
We will speak of it in the lab, as I'm going to grab tokens, and we are going to go to the lab.
Okay. Do we leave the eye here, or we take it with us?
I is coming with you.
What is this thing?
Oh, I did not scale this map correctly. Give me 1 second before I switch over. Oh, the shock embarrassment as the... Actually, I'll send it because it's funny. In force players to current map. Tool, send players on current view. It's giant slab. No, give me a second.
We climb inside the skull to do our experiments. Yeah.
There we go. That is... Oh, you got it. Give me a second. Get in the... Adjust grid. Get in there. All right.
Get in the container.
Get in the container! All right, you're taken to the lab. You've got this interesting.
You forced this away.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, I got There we go.
All right.
This is the extra dimensional space inside the wagon.
Nope. This is within Lady Gotano's lab.
Okay, so Sunwoo's distracted by all the new stuff that's in this lab.
She's got this weird, like, I believe it's called an orrery, where it has the moon phases with the planet itself, as well as
he's half climbing furniture to get a really close look at the orrery.
There's a window that is there's an interesting magical effect on the window, as well as several other things that are distilling, and a few like timing devices, as well as like a full-on +8 masterwork lab in here. It's one of the best labs you've ever seen. All right, we will be working in shifts.
They're weird. Anyways, yeah. So Sobu's now like he wants to explore every little doodad and doohickey in here, but he knows he needs to pay attention to the experiment.
Now, we are infusing the eye of Bong Mat-Zong. Do you remember Bong Mat-Zong? Knowledge Arcana or Knowledge Planes?
They're both the same. 12.
Zong means dragon in Joknamish.
Part of the name means dragon.
Too much time being silly monkey and neglecting your studies.
Too much time cleaning beakers is what he's thinking, but
which is studies. You'll find the answer at the bottom of the beaker.
Right. Perhaps you could explain it to me, Master.
It is a great, terrible shadow dragon that once cursed this place.
How is the eye still moving?
Great curses don't die easily. Heroes slew the dragon, but could not completely destroy it. Its eyes still gaze upon hatefully, but it cannot manifest.
What are we infusing it with? On?
We are attempting to fix magic. Those who are aged in the books before had spells that no longer function.
Ooh.
Since Bong Mat-Zong was a being of shadow who could walk through shadows, the lady wishes to find the darker colors to add to her palette, the ones that were lost when the seal was shut. Give me a wisdom check.
Nope. Not Sunwoo's thing. 2.
He couldn't recognize
Everything you say
a bad
on face
idea.
value is obviously correct, and there's no problem.
Are you talking about teleport?
I am talking about planar travel, even to the parallel planes, those that are close to the material. The old charts speak of magic and its alignment very differently than those of modern scholarship. I am the one who is neglectful. We will give you a proper education when we return, when we have the opportunity. There are many tomes you must have not read.
Sunwoo thinks, yeah, all the ones you keep locked up and don't let me read.
Yeah, he's not blaming you for not having read the things he doesn't let you read.
Oh, he's read some of them, but
The
the ones that actually get laid out or
All right. It is several days into the experiment.
So,
Oh.
what are we infusing? Is she gonna wear the eye, or are we trying to get the eye to look, or?
We are trying to distill the essence of shadow from the eye
Oh, into a
to
potion?
create true shadow.
Into an elixir? Or...
Well, eventually into an ink
Hmm.
to revive some of the old magics that were lost.
Okay, somebody's gonna have a look at the way the experiment is set up.
Okay. While in this lab, you get a +8 bonus on your alchemy checks because it is the best lab ever.
Oh, he gets a 2. He's too distracted. 24.
Look at the shiny things! Oh my god! I can make such a big kaboom in here. Still no explosions. All right. You work on this experiment in shifts with Paparna Phet over the next several days. Gotano and your crew, you've been stalking this place. There's a yellow orb that you're supposed to steal, about yay big.
Let's get to business.
I'm going to move us back to...
Outside?
give me 1 second. I need to go to Marla's lab. Paparna Phet has gone to the temple district with Fuing Mai and several of her guards. And let me grab who all from your crew is coming on such an important job where if they come, they get 2,000 gold pieces, and if they don't come, they get nothing.
I imagine they are all coming.
The blue mantis are here. Let me grab the blue mantis. Okay. I've put you up in along a walkway from the temple area above.
Okay.
Easter's up here.
Yeah, I see.
All right, and we're all on the right map, correct?
I am.
Cool. Just do that just in case. All right. You have to steal the thing, and you need to steal it before midnight on this day. Because otherwise you can't get it back in time to get the payment. This big, glorious payment.
Okay, so...
What's your plan? How do you do this?
Relax.
I am relaxed. Pinky's not relaxed. No, you're not.
Relax, Pinky. Relax, Pinky. Relax, Pinky.
I'm relaxed.
I'm the brain. You're Pinky. I'm sorry, I had to. Pinky can shapeshift into a rat?
He certainly can.
All right, Pinky, you're going to turn into your little caliphone.
I think it was a
And
mouse, but yeah.
And you're going to...
It's a hero's tail. It's a mouse.
And you're going to
Marty, if you could drop me a mouse token.
have yourself a
If
little
you
look
have
around.
Yeah, we can make one.
Have yourself a little look around, and you're going to come back and you tell us how many guards, how many doors, how many windows, where they are. You know, be Pinky, the great one. Come on, Pinky. Go.
I think I should go in there by myself.
Well, if we all go, we're sure to get noticed, but you're super sneaky. Go.
Give me a charisma check.
Diplomacy?
I suspect.
Or
this
just
is,
charisma?
This is more like bullying, so it's just a charisma.
Okay. 24. I'm a good bully.
Yeah, you've pushed him via personality into doing the thing you want.
All right, go. Now as he's leaving, he looks at the others. I like him. Sure hope he doesn't die.
Perfect. All right. So Pinky turns himself into a mouse. He ends up climbing down this way. At which point you kind of lose track of him. As a mouse, he didn't want to make this jump. He sneaking along, sneaking along, sneaking along, sneaking along. All right. Give me a. It would be a wisdom check. See if he's going to start investigating this weird cart that he finds.
Roll a d20. I don't know what his wisdom is. 14.
All right. Would it be wise or unwise to wander through the cart?
It would be wise to have a look and see what's in the cart. Maybe not once you look, it's a bad idea to go further.
Okay. All right. He's sneaking. He sneaks past the guards. He gets in. Most of the spells that would protect against stuff, the mouse is too small to actually trigger.
Yeah.
Things about being below the threshold for alarm.
Yep.
Okay.
We just know Pinky doesn't get caught. That's all we know.
Give me a perception check for Sun Wu to see if he could possibly see Pinky.
+6, I think.
Oh.
22.
Ooh. There's a chance.
No. Size modifiers for the win.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
it takes a
B shape 3 would give him a +6 dex, and then
The size.
diminutive would be +12.
+12, yeah.
So just that shapeshift alone is +15.
Yeah, it's +15, and then he gets a class skill, and it's he's got a couple ranks, and then he actually has his own dex score. His bonus is at least a +20. Okay, about an hour has gone by before a little mouse makes its way up.
Oh,
mouse.
he needs to do that quicker than that.
Oh, does he only have he's got the
9 minutes once per day.
9 minutes once per day? Okay. With the -5, he's still okay. So, let's roll a dex check. Okay, he makes it. Okay.
Now the rest of the crew is ready, because if there's a kerfuffle and the guards suddenly go rushing in because they caught Pinky, we got to be ready to rush those doors. Not to say Pinky, but to use the distraction.
Oh, we have a distraction. So you see, so Pinky actually snuck his way down here before changed, and then scooted through the place. He didn't, so he doesn't have an inventory of anything. He just has a basic sort of layout. And then he basically was running across the bridge when he changed back. He like just suddenly appeared on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
He rolled well on his dex check, so he's definitely first. The guards didn't notice that there's a weird man appear on the bridge. The guards that were guarding the specific bridge went with to guard the madam as she left. Pinky's now down, and he's waving at you, and then he motions and he goes for like a walk to get back up.
Okay.
The place is really big. There's that wagon. Firstly, that wagon is really big on the inside. Way bigger than it looks. When you're a mouse, that inside of that wagon is enormous.
They would take the wagon too.
Additionally, there are only a few gods. Those, and he does like a fakes doing like a muscle man pose.
Yeah.
the peck bounce.
We-
Then there's I think I saw it in a basement, in a weird room with purple light and some sort of dripping contraption inside a jar, and there was a monkey who was sitting on a model of the sun, spinning in a circle, staring at the ceiling.
Well, I think we can deal with that monkey. Okay. So, where are the fewest guards?
I think I really didn't see any guards on the roof. I don't know if we were able to get across.
Well, I can't fly. He's looking at anyone else. Can you fly? What about down below there? The bridge across.
There's a couple of checkpoints we could sneak by. We could. Oh, mate. I accidentally brought Gepper. Gepper is not here.
Okay.
Wow. We could just, give them a little on the head, and they just take a nap. It'll be fine. Just give it a bump on the head.
Let's not be kidding, folk.
No killing. Just
A
they have
little.
a headache. We leave them a couple of coins for some, for some sake, and they get over it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that'll work. That's fine. There's only a few guards. You said.
I counted 4.
Oh, 5 of us. We win, right?
Yeah. But I already contributed.
Pinky, all you did was go for a walk. You went for a walk. That's all you did. Pinky. Why you make me be mean to you in front of everybody? Why you do that? I don't want to do that to you. I don't want to do that to you.
Maybe you should be the bastard.
There we go.
Well, aren't we full of suggestions today? All right. I will lead us through the front doors, and I will show you how it's done. All right, follow. Observe, listen, and learn. This is about to go terribly, by the way.
Wait, are we fighting the gods or not, says Koba? Koba's quarter orcish blood raising.
We are going to fight them, but get the jump on them.
I'm just gonna give them a big stick.
Just a sleepy time. That's all we want. Sleepy time.
Yeah.
No one needs to be crying at the end of the day. Sleepy time.
Pinky sniffs a little bit.
Pinky? You best not slack. No slacking today, Pinky. Come on, let's go.
You were very brave going in there alone, Pinky.
Yes,
Thank you,
very
beggars.
brave.
Thank you, beggars.
But you looked very tasty by doing it.
Remember, Bagosh, don't eat meat. Don't worry. Durian and radish and
It is a
noodles.
wonder you have no more friends than what you do.
It's just a little mouse. A little bit of meat can't hurt.
Yeah, huh?
We'll get you a nice bowl of bone broth when we get back with our monies.
Okay. Follow my lead.
Okay. So you said you want to go through the front door?
Yeah, we're going to try go through in the front door. It's these guys here.
Okay.
I don't know how far we get before they...
Are you just like tootling across the bridge?
Tootling across the bridge like we were supposed to be there.
Okay. As you're crossing the bridge, they whistle at you, and one of the men comes towards this gate. There's 5 of you. Two of the men comes towards this gate. These two come down. So you end up across at this lower level.
Okay.
You are kind of looking like hooligans.
Oh, well, hello, my good man.
The lady isn't taking visitors.
Oh,
Come back in 3 days.
no. We're not visitors. No. We're here for business.
What kind of business is that?
The business of orbs and magic. You see,
The lady is the madam will see you in 3 days.
Oh, why does your friend look so sketchy? And he is going to try to conceal spell murderous command.
Guard fight.
Yeah. So it's a full round action. Does he have spellcraft?
He doesn't have spellcraft.
Okay, then he does still get a perception check, I believe.
Okay.
Can you believe that we're not getting rid of it? And while he's doing this, he's doing the semantic and spitting out the verbal slowly that it gets out.
23.
Okay, that's probably gonna do it.
He rolled really good.
Yeah. I'm just double checking because I did write down the
conceal spell.
Yeah, the mechanics.
Yeah.
Sense motive or yeah. So
the DC equals 15 plus the number of ranks in bluff or disguise plus your charisma modifier.
Okay. So the DC is 23
with a bonus equal to the level of the spell or spell-like ability you're concealing. Wow.
Oh, that for them, they get the bonus on their
Okay.
perception.
Yeah, so 22.
22. So they make it.
Stop that.
The spell still goes off.
So they know spellcasting is happening.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna roll an initiative.
Okay.
Now this is one of those things where I don't even have the initiative sheet open. What a putz. This is relatively straightforward. We could just do it with D20 rolls.
Sure.
All right. Okay. Gotano, what is your initiative?
Do you want me to just roll the?
Yeah, just roll in the chat and add your thing.
All right. 21 total.
Nice. Sun Wu, what is your initiative?
Oh, Sun Wu's in this?
Potentially. Potentially.
22.
Okay. Currently busy doing stuff. If you could roll.
Apparently, Gotano and Sun Wu are very fast.
Yeah.
They're very similar, except you went talky route, Sun Wu went crafty no shit route.
Okay. Could you roll me with Could you roll a D20 plus 2 for the guards for me, please? I know how Marty loves it when I say, "Can you roll me?" And he's like, "No."
I don't know who you're talking to, but I'm just going to roll it.
Yep.
Nat 20, 22.
Damn it!
All right.
Sorry, Mark.
It's awesome. All right.
And then their crew, we have no builds for these.
Yeah, we don't have builds. They have a +3. They are thieves.
21. Oh.
Oh my word!
Everybody's on the jump today. Oh,
it's just like okay. So this is the crew.
So Sun Wu would go first. Then the guards.
We're missing one.
And then.
I need a. 1 second. I had this open, and then I closed it for the other game. I'm trying to keep both sets of tabs open.
You want to just write these as labels?
Sure. I that's what I did on the map.
Oh, I'm zoomed out or something.
Okay,
you got them.
How we used to do initiative.
Yep.
It is.
I was zoomed too far out.
Could you a D20 plus 0?
Okay.
I'm just gonna say Surprise. +4. All right. Sunwoo, yeah, you've been watching this thing for days. Your mind is numb. You're studying. You're basically studying some artwork painted on the ceiling currently while sitting on the orrery on one of the moons, going in a circle, and like you're orbiting while going in a circle. So you're spinning while spinning around.
Are there any alchemist magic items in in the lab?
Yes.
Any of them that Sun was able to identify that are small, portable, and easily